I don't know if you noticed this. There's a couple of clips where I had to punch the brute to get him started. What's up, Spartans? Whack4863 in the place to be, and today we are going to kill this guy right here. That is the Brute. He is in the unnamed city. He has hit points of 24,447 and armor of 109. We are going to kill him with two different items. We have the Blade of the Adventurer versus the Doomhammer. On the Blade of the Adventurer, we have armor pen for 24%, and on the Doomhammer, we have an additional damage kit for a total of 61. Let me know in the comment section which one's gonna win. Round one, fight! Alright guys, so I broke this down into 3 different parts. So I have gone with each one of these weapons a total of 3 times for this test. I thought that was the best way, since the Doomhammer has the ability to cause critical damage. Now the critical damage is a multiplier that's added at a 10% rate, and I don't know off the top of my head what that multiplier is, but it has the ability to cause more damage when a critical hit is achieved, or when that critical hit comes through. So is the Doomhammer worth it for the critical hit to take around on your thrall to use for yourself? I don't know. That's why I'm doing this test, and I had to speed these up. I had to put them side by side and speed them up, otherwise you'd be watching a 24-minute video of me killing the exact same thing, or I should say my thrall killing the exact same thing. Now, before the first round ends, if you guys are enjoying this type of content, this is a perfect time to smack that like button. Let me know that you support this type of content and the content that I'm putting out. It really means a lot to me. So let's see how we ended here. 1:55 for the Blade of the Adventurer, 2:24 for the Doomhammer, a difference of 29 seconds. Wow. Round 2, fight! Alright guys, so you might want to know, why do I always pick on the Brute? Now, it's like Groundhog Day for him, because I just continue to kill him over and over and over and over again, especially just to make this video for you guys. But really the reason why I picked this guy to go up against, or to have a thrall kill, is because I feel like out of everything in the unnamed city that you can farm, this guy consistently stands still. He will just stand in one place and let my thrall just whack at him. With exception of a couple of times where he does his leaping attack, for the most part he stands still. Now, one of the things that I noticed while making this video is the Doom does not cause cripple at all. And I actually noticed that he moves around more when my thrall is using the Doom than he does when my thrall is using the Blade of the Adventurer, which does cause cripple. So that is something to keep in mind. But if you were wondering why I always pick on the Brute, it's because he's a very stationary target, and I feel like anytime you're timing something, if you can take out as many variables as possible, like the movement from some of the skeletons or different things that have those long sweeping attacks, I think you get a better result. So that is exactly what I'm trying to do here, is to just condense that. Now, if you guys don't know where to get Doom, you need to stick around to the end of the video. I will show you how to get that legendary item, legendary piece of equipment. Blade of the Adventurer won again, 1:46 to 2:22 with a total of 36 seconds difference. That's pretty huge, guys. Alright guys, so it's time to slow it down. Round 3 is going to be the Doomhammer and then the Blade of Adventurer, and I was honestly kind of surprised by the amount of time difference all put together. So you definitely want to stick around and see how much different the amount of time is from the beginning of the video and then through all 3 of these sections, because it's kind of astonishing what happens and where everything lines up. Now, I did not put any buffs on my thrall. I did not feed them prior to doing this, so I didn't want that to run out part of the way through the battle and have it muddy up the results at all. So this is just straight out of the box, you know, thrall kind of taking swings at the enemy, right? In addition to that, I have not included any information about the Thrall's health afterwards or anything like that. I did look at it after each test, and it's not going to be the difference of losing a Thrall or keeping a Thrall alive. As long as you have a high level Thrall, you should be good. At the most, the Thrall lost maybe 1,000 hit points. So either one of these weapons against just about anything that you go up against, you should be fine. Obviously, healing arrows are a big thing when you're going around doing bosses, because normally you go from boss to boss to boss to boss, especially if you're farming the unnamed city. So you should have healing arrows on you, and if your Thrall starts to get in trouble, just start spamming those down there. Another thing that you can do if your Thrall starts to get in trouble is just start to run away, and run as fast and as far away as you can from the enemy. Drag that Thrall as far away. A lot of the enemies in the unnamed city won't go that far as long as you run fast enough. Okay, don't be looking back to see if your Thrall's teleporting with you or dying. Just make a mad dash for it. Alright, so we ended up with 203.22. Let's see how the Blade of Adventurer does. Alright, now straight into round 3 of the Blade of the Adventurer, and I don't know if you noticed this, there's a couple of clips where I had to punch the brute to get him started. It's not going to make that much of a difference. I had to do it for this clip and one of the Doomhammer clips where he just would not activate, would not start without me giving him a whack. So I'm not worried about it. I wasn't going to refilm it because I punched him. At best I did 8 point damage to him, and that's not going to make that big of a difference, but that's kind of the way it is. In full disclosure, I wanted you guys to know. So in the comment section, let me know, what do you want me to test next? Is there something that I have not thought about or put together that I should test? Leave that in the comment section, and you may see yourself featured in one of my videos coming up in the future. Alright guys, so we're about halfway done with this fight, and I thought I'd give you guys a few little facts real quick here. From all 3 tests, the Doomhammer against itself, so number 1, number 2, and number 3, the biggest difference between those 3 times was a total of 21 seconds. And the biggest difference for the 3 times for the Blade of the Adventurer was actually 25 seconds, which is interesting to me because the Doomhammer has the ability to do the critical, where the Blade of the Adventurer doesn't have that ability. Alright guys, so there's the end of the battle, 1:30. Now before I give you guys the results, I promised you I'd show you where you could get the Doom in case you don't know. So we are going to go right up here to the den. I believe that is E8, and you can see it on the map there. If you follow my path here, we are simply going to go right to the center of the den. Now when they revamped the den, they added more hyenas to the center arena area. And the one that you're looking for is going to be the one that stands in the middle. So I believe there's 3 around the outside edge there, or 2 around the outside edge, and 1 that stands in the middle. Now this is not a guaranteed spawn. It is not always the guy that you get a drop from, and he does not always drop the Doom. He has some other things in his loot table that he can drop. But let's clear these guys out. I will show you the difference here. If you look at the eyes on the hyena that I just killed, they were orange, and if you look at the eyes on this hyena who just did massive damage to me, he has green eyes. Okay, so what you want to do is look for the green-eyed hyena. The green-eyed hyena is the one that is going to drop the drops in the den. Okay, so that includes the Doomhammer and the other things that he drops. Now the Doomhammer is kind of known to be one of the more rare drops, but hopefully we will, and we got the Doomhammer right there for you guys. So let's jump into, I'm gonna let you guys read the tooltip real quick. I'll just put that up there for a second, let you guys check it out. Alright, if you didn't have enough time, you have to pause the video back there where I had it up, but these are the times. So, minute 30 to 2:03. If you add all those together and then subtract them, you're looking at a little over a minute and a half difference. Blade of Adventurer wins over the Doomhammer.
As always, thank you for watching my videos. If you're not a Spartan already, consider subscribing and don't forget to hit that bell so you don't miss out on any of my content. If you enjoyed this video, check out my other content and don't forget to whack the like button. Peace.